Hello, welcome everyone. Okay, so things have been a bit tricky. It feels like it's not connected for some reason. So I don't know how that is, but it doesn't feel like anyone's connecting. Does seem to be some trouble between YouTube and things. So let's have a look. Okay, it's on. Okay, so hello, welcome everybody. I hope it's all connecting and I hope it's all working. Not quite sure what's happening. It's showing up as no people, and yet I know some people are in chat. Oh, there seems to be a disconnection between StreamYard and that. So you guys buffering? Let me have a look here. So I'm not sure what's happening because it's only showing up as one person here, but I know that a few people are here. So hi, Amazing Fruits, Scooter Wilmot, You Wonder, Favor, Lady Capera, Bart, welcome. And I know a few people came in beforehand, but it's not showing up. I think there seems to be some sort of disconnection between YouTube and StreamYard today. So I do not know what's going on. Hi, All About Maine. How are you? Welcome. So I'm not quite sure what's going on. I don't know if you guys can hear me or is it buffering? Hello, Eldonna. Okay, so there does seem to be some sort of disconnection between StreamYard and YouTube. So I'm not quite sure what's going on. Okay, there does seem to be some sort of between StreamYard and YouTube. So if anyone can't hear me, please let me know. You won't be able to hear me, so we can hear you. Oh, brilliant. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure because it's sort of not showing up. It's only sort of showing up slowly with the count of people. So brilliant. Okay, so things are going to be a little bit different today. So what I want you to do is make sure you've read the disclaimer box down below. Hi, everyone. Hi, Night Daughter Oracle, you changed your YouTube channel. Okay, so we got some work. Oh wow, okay. So you wonder, hello. Okay, so what I want to do today is this does seem to be a bit of a thing with people coming in, not typing up straight away. So I'm not quite sure who's here and who's actually not. But what I want to do is, and my list is going to be a bit different from who was here earlier before the stream. So we're just doing names coming in from the chat. So Bart doesn't want a reading, so that's cool. Lady Capera's gone for a coffee, be back soon. Hi, Favor, are you still here? You Wonder, Scooter Wilmot, Amazing Fruits, All About Maine, Eldonna, the Night Daughter Oracle. Beautiful. Yes, I read that. I read your I love that. Absolutely love it. The Night Daughter Oracle is absolutely gorgeous. I love that as a name for you. I'm so pleased you found something that resonates for you. Yes, I am taking questions. Okay, the rules are Can everyone just take a nice deep breath? You're new here. Okay, so what we do is just everyone can just take a nice deep breath first before we start. Okay, so clearing out all that negative energy that we've been carrying on from the previous week. We're just releasing all that stuff and what it is today. Okay, what I do for those that are new, I'm going to create a list from those that have come into chat. Now, depending on your question, it will be answered. So think very carefully about your question. Okay? Because there are certain questions I will not answer. So please make sure that you have read the disclaimer below. Tarot readings should really be about you, personal stuff. All daylight saving times for you guys. Okay, so time difference could be a bit different. So no idea what the time difference is. So I'm going to have to check up on that so I don't miss with other things. Okay, so let's create a list. Okay, so I know Bart doesn't want a reading today. That's cool. Welcome, Bart. There's no problem at all. Thanks for being here. Lady Kapira went for a coffee, so I'm not quite sure when she'll be back. So we've got Favor. Favor, you wonder. And I know some of you came in before, but it's not showing up on my list. I'm just doing those that came in with chat. All about Maine. And who's here in chat? Love the Night Daughter Oracle. I love that. Absolutely love it. Jaden. 406 for you. Okay. 406 for you. Yeah, a lovely birthday. Nice and relaxing. It was lovely. Thank you, Jaden. Okay, so this is the list that I have so far. So everybody's going to get a reading at some stage, depending on your question, of course, because you make sure you've read the disclaimer down below. Number one. So can you please remind anyone who comes in, any of you that are mods, can you please remind people to read the disclaimer down below? Okay. Mods, can you please remind people to read the disclaimer, because there are some questions I'm going to start being really tough on. Hopefully you've watched the trailer or you've watched that video why readings can be a little bit harsh. Now, so the list that I have here, so the list we have is Favor, You Wonder, Scooter, Amazing. Now, it might not be in any particular order because there does seem to be some issue between YouTube and StreamYard. So this is my list as it is. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm going to answer your question in order. Okay? It depends on, I know Lady Kapira will come in, please. Lady Kapira will come in as well. So when Lady Kapira comes in to make sure that she's added to the list as well, she went and popped and got a coffee. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say 3 names. Hi, Dana. Yes, you're welcome to yes, you're added to the list. Make sure, yes, this is really important here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do 3 names at a time. So those 3 names are You Wonder, Scooter, and Amazing Fruits. So if you 3 can then read, if you 3 can please type in your question, whatever order the questions come in will be how I do them. Okay, so you guys, just so that you know, mods, that you know how I'm going to do thing. So I'll read out 3 names. Depending on what order the questions come up, I'm just going to do them. Because I'm not going to sit around and wait for people to type in their question. I'm just going to do those first 3 people first. Order that we've got, You Wonder, Scooter, and Amazing Fruits to begin with. Then I'll do, once I've done those 3, then it'll be All About Maine, Eldonna, and the Night Daughter Oracle. Then Jaden, and then Dana. Okay, so Favor, You Wonder, Scooter, and Amazing Fruits. So yeah, I'm just going to do the questions as they come up so we can just keep moving in. They won't be in any particular order. So just please, everybody, be patient. That's really cool. Thank you very much. So I'm going to do Amazing Fruits, just current messages from Spirit Guides. Okay, so I'm actually going to do the Moon and Stars tarot for you, Amazing Fruits. Let's take a nice deep breath. So let's have a look. So what I want you to do is think very carefully about your question. One simple question. Don't get scattered in your questions. Too many questions and I can't answer them. Too much information can be a bit thing. So just, and not yes and no question, guys. Open-ended questions. Read what posts here. Not yes and no questions. You want questions that start with how, what, and why, not will. Okay, so think about your question. Not yes and no questions. Okay, Amazing Fruits. Let's begin. Current messages from your spirit guide. Okay. Current messages from your spirit guides. Okay, Amazing Fruits. Let's have a look. Okay, the first one we've got here is that you're moving forward. Okay, it's about your perceptions and your ideas. It's about leaving behind the chaos and allowing yourself to be into smoother waters with your thoughts and ideas, your plans. Okay, it's about using the skill that you actually have. Look at your skills, acknowledge your skills, and use those skills to move forward on your journey with your ideas and your plans, allowing you to actually celebrate as well is really important here. To have that sense of stability and foundations built in your energy is super important here. So yeah, I do feel like you can use your skills, your abilities to actually move forward on your journey, to be able to have that sense of mental movement within yourself. So to be able to have that sense of celebrating who you are and what you're about. So that seems really important. Okay, so I want you to think really carefully about your questions. Not yes and no questions. Favor, can you change your question from a yes and no? Not about a reconciliation. How can you move forward on your journey? Think about your question, Favor. I'm not doing yes or no questions today. So if you've typed in a yes or no question, I'm not answering it. Scooter, brilliant question. Favor, you need to change your question. Not about a reconciliation between you. Not a yes and no question. What did your guides have to say to you? Oh, good question. Good question. Okay, I like these. Okay, so let's do the Four Hugs of Tarot. Now, don't forget, guys, Donations take priority. What did the guides have to say to me? Right. What did the guides have to say to you? Right, let's have a look. Oh, this one's popping out here. What did the guides have to say to you? Okay, you got 6 of water. So 6 of water is talking about past memories. It's asking that you acknowledge your memories. Acknowledge the positive memories that you have in your life. It's about acknowledging those positive memories that you have so that you can look at your choices that you're making. Look at the knowledge and the memories that you have of the past, which is super important for you, so that you can make the choices to move forward on your journey. You know, anything's possible here. Okay, so that's really important here, Scooter. It's all about Night Daughter Oracle. Can you help Favor with a question, please? Okay, so Scooter, it's really important for you to take a moment to really acknowledge your past memories, your past knowledge, your past experiences, so that you can look and see what future holds for you. What choices do you actually need to do to move forward on your journey? So it's really important that you dive deep within yourself of your memories of the past, your experiences of the past, and to look at those experiences, and then make the choices that you need to do to move forward. That's really important. It feels like you've got a lot of choices to make, but to narrow it down, it's about acknowledging those memories of the past. That seems really important for you right now, to be able to sit in silence, to be still, and to really acknowledge the experiences you've had, the memories of the past, so that you can make choices for you to actually move forward on your journey. It seems really important to just sit in stillness. Don't be in a rush to move ahead. Take a moment to take a breath. Okay, you wonder. Oh, good question. Okay, so I'm going to do the Oceanic Tarot. I'm doing decks by Jane Wallace at the moment. I love her tarot decks. And the reason why, if anyone's learning tarot, these are great decks to begin learning tarot with, because they have messages straight on, they have keywords straight on the cards. So any deck by Jane Wallace, and she's got a variety as well. Okay, you wonder, what's coming? What do I know as regards my life? Ooh, okay. Okay, what's coming and what do I know as regards my life? Oh, okay. So what's coming and what do I need to know? Okay, there is a shift. There is a renewal coming up in your life. There is a sense of moving into a new cycle, you wonder. Oh, and I know you may find things might feel like they're a bit heavy, but it's about pushing through those challenges as you move forward onto a new cycle. Okay, so that's really important here. So you're moving into a new cycle and things might feel a little bit heavy. Maybe you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, but it's about knowing that you can push through those challenges. You can push through the challenges. Believe in yourself. is what I'm getting really strongly here. Believe in yourself that you can move forward into new possibilities, a new cycle in your life. It's about taking a breath for a moment and just allowing yourself to just put, I want to say, push forward onto your journey. This is really important here. Know that you can move into this new cycle of possibilities here. So there's some new and exciting things happening, even though things might feel like they're overwhelming, maybe feeling a bit heavy. Know that you can push forward. It's your responsibility to take action and believe that you can move forward on your journey, you wonder. Okay, super important there. Okay, so crystal power, favor, good question. What can I learn? Yep, that's brilliant question. What can I learn from Tundi? No, I'm actually going to do the Meraki Tarot in this one. This feels like a Meraki Tarot one. Learning something here. So what can you learn from Tundi? Okay. Oh, interesting. When I asked that question, favor, I got 10 of Swords. Now, 10 of Swords talks about things ending, things being final. So this is what you're learning from Tundi. This is about things being final, things ending. So when things end, new possibilities, new doorways open up. Okay, so it's about things ending, things being final, so that you can start again. You can start on new journeys, new possibilities. It's about facing the fear. It's about moving in with the moon. It's about facing the fear, moving on to new cycles, moving into the unknown. Okay, when things are final, this is what you've learned from Tundi. Okay, this is what you can learn. You can learn that things need to be final, things need to end so that you can move into new possibilities. Face your fears so that you can move ahead into new possibilities, new paths. Okay, it's about acknowledging your emotions as things end. You know, things may not go as you expect them to, but it's about being final. It's about things ending. Okay, so that you can move on to new possibilities, moving into the unknown. Don't be afraid to move ahead. Be prepared to sort of take those steps to move into new phases of your life, new stages of your life, new cycles. Okay, so this is really important for you, favor, to acknowledge the ending, the things that must be final. It's going to give you the opportunity to make new plans, new possibilities here. Moving into the unknown, facing the fear. Okay? So that's really important here. So there we are. Okay, next on my list, if I haven't missed anybody, where am I up to? So I hope that helps, favor. Okay, so all about Maine. Oh, sorry, Aldona. All about Maine, Aldona, the Night Daughter Oracle, and Jaden. So sorry, I've been a bit on the slow side here. Whew. No, I haven't got that far yet. Right, so So now I'm doing All About Maine, Eldonna, the Night Daughter Oracle, and Jaden. And then I'll do Dana. Haven't forgotten you yet, Dana. I haven't got that far yet. Okay, so whose question have I missed? Okay, so All About Maine. Can I have your question? Eldonna, the Night Daughter Oracle, and Jaden. So that's what I'm waiting for. All About Maine. Now, don't forget, if you donate, please let me know, because or let one of the mods know so they can let me know. Okay, so All About Maine, Eldonna, the Night Daughter Oracle, and Jaden, and then I will do Dana. Please don't type your question in until I've asked, until you're on the list and I've asked for it. Everybody's automatically added, so welcome to everybody. Everybody's automatically added. Oh yeah, I got yours, Night Daughter Oracle. Thank you. Oh, jeepers, I didn't mean to put that in. That wasn't supposed to be done. Don't want to put myself in block out. Okay, so yes, I got yours, Night. So let's do yours. Oh, how can you? Oh, that's being very harsh on yourself. I don't think you're harassing and harsh. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's dive into. Let's do the Crystal Power Tarot with this one. And Eldonna's there. Okay. Okay, so your question today is, how can I stop coming across as harassing and harsh? Make sure everybody who's come in has read the disclaimer down below so they know what type of questions not to ask. How can I stop across as coming? Oh, good. Oh, that's really a tough question. Okay, right. I mean, for yourself to face. That's a good one. Okay, so how can you stop coming across as harassing and harsh? Okay, so let's have a look with the Crystal Power. Oh, cards flew out. 1 minute. Let me dive. Oh, onto the floor. Let's have a look. 3 cards flew out. Night Daughter Oracle. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. You've been called harass. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay, the first one is King of Pentacles, which talks about, I am sure of my place in the world. I am sure of my place in the world. So again, I think it's just about being confident in yourself. Maybe just taking a breath for a second. I celebrate everything achieving. It's like it's telling me you're not. I think people just don't know how to read you. I don't think you're harassing and harsh. I just think some people just can't take the truth. With 2 of Swords here, I got that sense of being at peace with yourself. It's interesting here because I get the sense of just being confident, just being this wealth and abundance, trusting in yourself. It's about you say what you need to say. I feel like, you stay, just saying you stand grounded and you're looking for peace. Look, really, Night Daughter Oracle, I have never thought of you as being harassing and harsh. I think some people have their own personal issues. Okay. I think people, and they just don't know, and being online too, sometimes people can't judge the tone or the genuineness you have. So I don't see, when I look at these cards here, I see you as someone who, it just tells me that you've got a place in the world, that you are confident, that you need to be, you stay confident in yourself, trust in yourself. No, find that sense of inner peace. Yes, you'll find yourself at crossroads at times with what you say, but it's just because that's the way some people just can't, they've got their own issues dealing with. And it's you just going, look, I'm sorry if that's how you feel, but I wasn't meaning to be harassing or harsh, but that's just the way it is. I'm sorry. Because really, Night Daughter Oracle, I don't find you harassing. I don't find you harsh. I find you just speak the truth. And if people can't take it, then that's their own issue. It's not your issue. I mean, I don't think you're harsh. I don't think you're harassing. I just think you just speak the truth. That's what it's coming up here, is that you need to be confident in yourself, trust in yourself, find your own inner peace, stand your ground with your peace. So interesting. So I think it's just about taking a breath, Night Daughter Oracle. Take a breath, believe in yourself, and just remember, you come from a place of the heart. I think you're a person who comes from the heart. I totally see that. So interesting. Okay. So let's have a look. Who am I missing here? So I said Aldonna and All About Maine, right? Aldonna's a general, and then I saw Maine down here somewhere for a general for the week. Now, don't forget, guys, if you donate, you'll get oracle cards as well in your reading. You get a little bit more information. Okay, Aldonna. Let's do the Magical Nordic Tarot for you today. So what does Aldonna need to know this week? Aldonna. Okay, this week talks about hope. Talks about what are you focusing on. It's making sure that you focus. Don't worry about spilt milk. It's really important that you focus on hope, allowing yourself to forgive. Forgive yourself. Forgive those around you. It's time to, doesn't mean you forget, but it's about forgiving so that you can move forward without the negative aspects in your life. You don't need that toxicity. It's time for something a little bit more positive in your life. So it's time for that hope. It's time to move forward. It's time to awaken to your own spiritual journey. Don't hold on to the spilt milk. Don't worry about the things that you cannot control. Just worry about the things that you can. That's super important here. Okay, so that's your focus for the week, is to focus on what you can control, not the things that you cannot. Don't be harsh. Don't be critical of yourself or others. Allow yourself to just focus on the positive aspects this week. You can acknowledge the negative or not, acknowledge the things that you cannot control, but don't dwell on them. Don't dwell on the negative. You can acknowledge it, but don't dwell on it. That's really important here. Okay, so that you can move forward with confidence, awaken with confidence. Okay, so that's those there. Right, let me just put these to one side for a second. Okay, so all about Maine. You've got a general for the week. Okay, so we've just done all about Maine. So who did I have last on that list? And then we'll be ready. Okay, Jaden, then Dana, and Sweet Elevation. Okay, so I did say those names. General for the week. Okay, so I'm going to do general, all about Maine. Okay, I keep getting drawn to the field tarot. So just give me a second. Oh, I meant to light another incense here from the charcoal one. Okay, yep. Sorry, I'm just meaning to light an incense. I just got that stop. Wait a minute. Light an incense. Oh, nearly put it in the wrong end. Thanks, Night Daughter Oracle, for putting up the list. Such a sweetheart. So don't forget, if you're new here, make sure you've read the disclaimer down below. You've read the description box. You've checked out the pinned link. Because there are some questions I will not answer. Okay, 20 minutes and then we close up. Oh, actually less than that. Less than 20 minutes. 18 minutes. General for the week for All About Maine. Let's have a look. Okay. Just got one more poking through here. Okay, All About Maine. Let's have a look. What have we got? Woo, you got some movement coming up this week. You got some stuff happening. It's all about standing in your own power. It does feel like there's a lot of movement coming in here. We've got the King of Discs. So I do feel like there's sort of a sense of inner power, inner strength, inner well-being coming up this week. There is a connection coming up. I do feel like there is a connection with the Two of Cups. So there is some movement coming in. Ooh, I don't know if you've got someone. I feel like you might have someone coming into your life who's quite, it's a connection. Doesn't necessarily mean a romantic connection, but there's definitely a connection with someone who's quite an authoritative figure, who's quite powerful. And it's reminding you to look at what you're holding on to. Find a sense of stability within your well-being. Look at what you're holding on to. What do you actually might need to let go of? Okay. So All About Maine. For you this week, I feel like there's a lot of movement happening. There's a lot of stuff happening. I feel like you've got someone coming into your life who is very sort of earthy, but yet at the same time sort of stands quite firm. I feel like he's quite a sort of firm type of energy, feels very connective in some way. Doesn't necessarily mean mean romantic, but there's definitely a connection there on some level. But it's saying, what are you holding on to? What do you need to let go of? I feel like there's something that you need to let go of so you can create the stability that you need. So there's definitely a lot of movement coming up for All About Maine. It does feel like you've got someone coming into your life. There is a connection coming into your life with someone who's quite firm, quite seems quite strong, quite staunch energy is what I'm getting here. And then you've got that sense of looking at what are you holding on to? What do you need to let go of so you can have that sense of stability within your own energy? I feel like it's very energetic energy, very dynamic. Okay, so you've got an interesting week coming up. I feel like you've got a very interesting week coming up. Very bold, very dynamic week. Very energetic. You're welcome, All About Maine. You're welcome. Okay, so Jaden and then Dana, right? So Jaden hasn't typed in. Jaden hasn't typed in their question. Okay, so this is the list. So Jaden, Dana, Sweet Elevation. Okay, once I've done one of those, then Crazy Fam, then Amy Hunter, then Shirley, Ariona, Sunny Girl, and Cup of Tea, and then whoever else is coming, whoever else is in. Don't forget to read the disclaimer so you know what not to ask me. Okay, so I don't know, yeah. So I don't know where Jaden's question is, so I'm going to do Dana's one. And then Sweet Elevation. Because I know people pop in and out. So what's coming your way, Dana? Let's have a look. What's coming your way? Let's do the Dragon Tarot. What's coming your way? Let's have a look. Oops, I'm waiting for, I just realized I'm waiting for the courier, so I hope they haven't rung. No, not yet. Waiting for my dinners to arrive, guys, so just got to keep an eye on that. What's coming your way, Dana? Let's have a look. Okay, Dana, what's coming your way this week? Okay. Interesting. Looks like we've got 8 of Wands is stalking us today. 8 of Wands. You've got a lot of movement. There's a lot of intensity coming. Seems to be very swift. Everything seems a bit, you might be finding things could be a little bit chaotic, Dana, for you this week. So you need to, it's interesting because I just got 5 of Pentacles here. So 5 of Pentacles is sort of saying, yes, there's some movement. Money could be a big thing for you this week. It could be a lot to do with your finances. So you need to look at what's going on with your finances here. I do feel like there's some movement going on with your finances. 5 of Pentacles can be a sense of feeling like you're feeling a little bit maybe poor. Maybe you're feeling like things need to improve with your finances. So it is telling me that there is some movement with your finances and things going on at the moment. So you might need to look deeply at your finances at this time. I don't know yet. I've got to wait for them to arrive. They're dinner boxes from Bargain Box, Shirley. Okay, Dana, so you've got a lot of movement coming in, and it could be to do with your finances this week. So I think you need to really look quite deeply at what you're doing with your finances. Be very careful about what you're spending is what I'm getting here. It's about being very, very aware, because I do feel like there's some movement with your finances. So I do feel like there's a need to sort of be aware of what's going on there. Okay. So sweet elevation. Not really what location will my current employer move me to next. It's not really something that can be asked with tarot. Not something that I do with tarot readings. With what location? Sweet elevation. You might have to think about your question again, because I'm not going to be able to answer that with tarot. I haven't got a thing that tells me with location. I don't understand whether you mean a location within a store. Sweet elevation. It's, you know, what were you talking about? A location? Are you talking about a store? Or it's not a question that can be asked with tarot. Oh, Lady Kapira, you're back. Welcome, welcome. Okay. I think you might need to rethink your question, sweet elevation, because we can't talk about locations as much. I don't do that sort of thing with tarot when you're asking about. You might have to rethink your question. Yeah, that's better. That's a much better question, Daughter Oracle. Jaden hasn't typed in a question. So Jaden, Crazy Farm, and Amy Hunter. Sweet elevation. That's a better question. What's coming towards you in your career? Okay, so that's a much better question. Okay, what is coming towards you in your career? Much better. Okay, so what's coming towards you in regards to your career? Let's do the Labyrinth Tarot. Where are you? Okay, what's coming towards you in your career? Whew, what's coming towards you in your career? Let's have a look. What's coming towards you in your career? What's happening? Okay, so in regards to your career, it's important that you take a pause. Take a moment to review where you're headed in regards to your career, because you're going to find yourself very much at a crossroads. So it's really important that you take a moment to pause, reflect, and contemplate your goals. What are your goals in regards to your career? That's what they're asked. That's what you're being asked here. What are your goals? It's important that you take a moment, take a breath, and to really think about where you're headed in regards to your career. What do you want to achieve in your career? What are your goals? Because you're going to find yourselves at a crossroads here where decisions need to be made. Okay, so that's what's kind of coming up into your career. You're going to be sort of take a moment to pause, have a moment of reflection, and think about your goals and your dreams, because you're going to have to make a decision in which direction you're going to move into. So interesting combination of cards here with the Three of Wands and the Two of Feathers here. Two of Feathers here. So the Three of Poles, should I say, not wands, but Three of Wands and Two of Swords, if you like, in traditional tarot. So you got that sense of taking a moment to pause, taking a moment to reflect, to think about your goals, your dreams. So take a moment to breathe, take a moment to think about which direction you actually want to move into. What decision do you actually need to make to move forward? You got to think about your plan, your idea. So what plan do you have to balance out, to have that sense of inner peace within yourself to move forward on your journey? Okay, super important here to take a moment, to take a breath, think about the direction you're moving in. What are your goals? What are your dreams? What's the energy that you want to bring forward in your career? So you've got to take a moment to breathe. So you've got options at work. Brilliant. Okay, so we have the list here. 4 more minutes, mods. 4 more minutes, and then we are list closed. Okay, so then I'll do the wrap up after. So everybody's added. So we've got Jaden, Crazy Farm, Amy Hunter. Then once I've done one of those, then it will be Shirley, then Ariona, Sunny Girl, Cup of Tea, Intuitive Chosen, Jano, and Zainab. So make sure you've read the description box down below. Make sure you've thought about your question. Remember, it's about empowering you. So, Jaden, Crazy Farm. I did see that question here. So I think Jaden may have popped out. So, Crazy Farm. Amy Hunter, make sure you've typed in your question, and Shirley, you can type in your question as well. Don't know what's happened to I do past lives, but that's a different thing. Okay, so let me just so this is a Uncover Your Past Lives Oracle. Okay, I'm only going to do you a little bit of a reading to do with past life energy. So just take a moment to take a breath. The only way I do past life readings is with the Uncover Your Past Lives Oracle. And we look at energy that you might need to work on. What message to do with your past life? I could do what message to do with your past life from your ancestors. So let's do now I'm only doing a little one here. I'm just doing a mini session. I would if you're interested in a much bigger session, Crazy Farm, where we look at energies that can, if you can work through and delete the negative energy so that you can move forward and cope better. So you can look at energies that you've carried on that might not be good for you and things like that. So we can go in a much deeper, but you have to look at my Ko-Fi for a much deeper for that. Okay, so what can your spirit guides? Oh, okay. Oh, this flew out. So the first one we've got here is about being a servant. Okay, in that way, in that you may have felt like you were a slave or you were a servant to other people. Could have been you were a nanny of some sort or something in that sort of energy line. It felt like that you were always in service to others. Seems to be something that you might need to deal with. Maybe that feeling of maybe you felt a little bit tortured in your energy as well, when you have that sense of always taking care of other people, you know, like you don't count, that you aren't important, and all that sort of energy. So it's about that sense of feeling, maybe you felt like you were tortured in some way. It felt like that there was a bit of a, and I've got one more card coming through, as this is a past life, so I'll do one more. It's interesting, and enslavement came out. Isn't that interesting? Whoa. So this is something that you might need to deal with, that you might need to let go of. So interesting. So this is an energy that you might be carrying around with you in regards to in service to someone, feeling like you were enslaved, you were tortured. Okay, so that's really important here. Night Daughter Oracle, if you can help Zainab with your with a better question, please, as well. So Crazy Farm, what I want you to do is take a nice deep breath, and we're just going to clear this energy. Okay, and then we're going to apply the healing. Okay, take a nice deep breath, Crazy Farm. Okay, so this is something that you may have carried on into your current life. So you were a slave of some sort, you were in service, you were tortured, felt tortured in some way. What an interesting combination of cards falling out there. So it's not something. Okay, interesting question. So that's something that you might have to work through. You might need to get some help on. If you're interested in something a bit more, do check out the my Ko-Fi. The link's down below, of course. What an interesting combination. I did not expect that combination of cards to come through. It was quite different. So your message is about dealing with that feeling of overwhelm and of feeling like you're always in service to other people, that you're not taking care of yourself. So basically, it's time to nurture you. Is the message there. Okay, so how are we doing with questions? Amy Hunter. So did Amy question? So I'm not sure if Amy typed in a question. Okay, I'm not sure. That was so interesting. Okay, so I don't know where Amy's question is, so I'm going to do Shirley. So after Shirley is Ariona and Sunny Girl. Okay, so let me read this and what I can do here. So let me see if I can get a good question out of this one, because we're not asking yes and no questions. It's what's going to happen? Okay, will Jessica's nonprofit offer me the job eventually, or will I partner with it? Okay. You're welcome. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Because we normally only have 2 cards in a reading, right? Shirley, we only have 2 cards in a reading. So it's going to be a little bit difficult to get that. How can we Shirley, how can we sort of tie this down a little bit? Okay, so what will happen? I'm just trying to work this out, how I can do this in a better question for you. Just trying to work out how, what do you need to know in regards to, and I'm getting the, oops, where is it? The Arthurian Tarot. I'm just trying to work out. So what does Shirley need to know in regards to, the non-profit organization? Let's do this. Let's do it in two parts. Okay. So what do you need to know in regards to the non-profit organization with Jessica? Okay. So what does Shirley need to know? I'm going to do this. Okay. Let's work this out. What does Shirley need to know in regards to Jessica's non-profit organization? Whoa. Okay. The card that flew out was the Washer at the Ford. Okay. It's very much like the Death card in this case. Okay. So there's transformations going on in regards to Jessica's non-profit organization. Okay, so there was changes going on if you go with that. It feels like things are ending. Okay, with the Death card, it does feel like things are ending, things are transforming with the non-profit organization. Okay, so there are things going on with that. Okay, things are transforming. There are changes and things going on. They're going through a transitional stage in regards to that. Okay, so what does Shirley need to know about the Youth Juvenile Center for Equine Therapy? And it's interesting because two cards flew out in that one. Shirley. Okay, so in regards to the non-profit organization, it is in a transition. It is changing. There are transformations. There are things that are ending so that new things can happen in regards to Jessica's non-profit organization. There are things that could be ending. Things will shift. There are some changes to that. Now, with the Youth Juvenile Center for Equine Therapy, over the next few months. Now, it is going to be a lot of work. It is going to be quite heavy. It is going to be quite of a burden. You've got 10 spare 10 here. So you've got that sense of things being quite heavy, things being a little bit weighing you down, but it is something that you could push through because it is about your skills and your abilities, your willpower, your determination with the Youth Juvenile Center for Equine Therapy. So you may find it a little bit stressful, a little bit heavy. It could be a bit of a burden, but I do feel with the Merlin card coming in here, like the Magician, you've got that possibility of using your skills and your abilities to move forward. So I do feel that the Youth Juvenile Center for Equine Therapy, even though it'll be hard work, it is something that you could use your skills and your abilities with. Jessica's non-profit organization will go through a lot of changes, a lot of transitional stages, a lot of transformation. Things will end so that new things can happen. With the Youth Juvenile Center, it will be a lot of hard work. It'll be a whole lot of hard work, but you can move through that. You can push through that to use your skills and abilities to manifest the reality that you really want. Okay. So that's your skills and your abilities. You do have that to manifest the reality. So really it comes down to, do you want to go through all the changes, all the transformations, all the transitional things ending with Jessica's nonprofit organization? Okay. Or do you want to continue with your skills and your abilities to manifest the reality that you really want, even though it's going to be really hard work, but it's a real commitment? I think if you can partner with the Youth Juvenile Centre, I think there can be a sense of you can get subsidies. I think you'll get a bit more. I think that marketing. I think if you do this with this, there can be a lot of marketing and stuff going on there. So I think you can use your skills and abilities to manifest what you truly want. Yeah. I think, I do feel like the Youth Juvenile Centre for Equine Therapy, using your skills and abilities to manifest. Yeah. I do feel like you can get the benefit. I think you'll be happy. Put it that way. I'm actually getting that there could be a bit of a dark session here that needs to be with the death card too. It can feel like there is a I'm actually getting like a death to the non-profit organization with Jessica. I'm just not feeling that it's going to be long term. Put it that way. Yeah. I think you know your answer. I do feel with this Jessica's nonprofit organization that it could be an ending to something, like it could be going into the dark. Yeah. Right. Oh, totally list finished, wasn't it? I've got to do that. Okay, so that's the last of them. Okay. You can really make up your own mind about what you want to do. Just because something's offered to us doesn't mean it's the right path. Just when something's offered to us doesn't mean. Okay, so this is the end of it. So I'm waiting for Jaden's question, Amy's question, Ariona. Yes, yes, yes. You're welcome, Shirley. You're welcome. Okay, so where are we up to? Jaden, Amy Hunter, Ariona, Sunny Girl, Cup of Tea, Intuitive Chosen, Jano, Zainab, Amara, Lights, Camera, Teaching. Right, okay. So I want questions from Jaden, Amy Hunter, and Ariona. That's what I want questions from. So please type in your questions. Jaden, Amy Hunter, Ariona. You're welcome, Shirley. You're welcome. Okay, so okay, so I'm still waiting to see who typed a question. So I'm waiting for some questions. Okay, Jaden's not here. Amy Hunter's not here. Ariona, type. Oh, good. You've typed your question in. Thank you. Sunny Girl, you can type your question in too, please. You can check the list from the Night Daughter Oracle. So Sunny Girl can type in and Cup of Tea. Has the hiring... Okay, let's have a look. So what's going on with your job application is what you want to know. What is going on with your job application? Try not to do yes or no questions. It's more like what's going on. Yeah, with a... So what's going on? Let's have a look. Let's do... Alice in Wonderland. Okay, I'm just... What's going on with the job application? Oh. Okay, what have I got? What flew out? 3 of flowers. Feels like you need to take a breath. You need to have a little bit of patience. Need to take a breath for a moment, is what I'm getting here. Take a moment to take a breath. Think about what you actually want to achieve with this application. 3 of flowers is like 3 of wands. And 5 of spears is like 5 of swords. So it feels like, no, not at the moment. They haven't viewed your application. They're still reviewing. There's still things going on. Okay, so you just got to take a pause for a moment. Take a breath. Just allow yourself to, it doesn't feel like things are going to go quite your way. You've got the 5 of spears, which is like 5 of swords. So 3 of wands and 5 of swords here. So you've got that sense of taking a moment, taking a breath for a second, and just reflect on what you truly want in regards to the job application. It feels like they're just pausing. There's a pause in regards to your job application, so it doesn't feel like they've looked at it yet. But it's saying that things might not be as quick as you want. Things might not be going quite in the direction that you want it to. Okay? They haven't, it does feel like there's a pause. There is a pause. So no, they haven't looked at your job application yet, but things may not go according to what you expect. Okay, so you just got to, you might need to review your job application. Have a look at other jobs. Keep your options open, because it's just feeling like things are not going to go quite the way you expect them to with the 5 of swords. Okay, things are at pause. You might need to have a look at other job applications as well. Okay. You're welcome, Ariana. Right, okay, so let's have a look. What will my boss do with the statement I wrote about? Oh, interesting. Okay, so what's going on here? So what's going to happen? I think this one, I'm actually going to go Moon Baby Tarot here. Oops, I don't want that card in there. It's a different deck. Get that out. Okay, well, what's going to happen with this statement? What's the boss going to do with the statement? Okay. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a slow journey here. I think there's a lot of things needing to be working out. There is movement with it, but I think there's a lot of, it's got a practical approach to it. There is that sense of it's going to take a bit of time. I think there's it's a very slow journey with it. And there is going to be some battles, some conflicts that need to be dealt with in regards to this situation. So I do feel like your boss, okay, your boss is taking his time with it, okay? I think he's going to take his time with it because he knows there's going to be a lot of conflict and stuff. So I do feel like he's going to sort of I think he's going to try and deal with this conflict. I do feel like the conflict's going to be dealt with, put it that way. So I think your boss is doing some real thinking about it. He's sort of taking his time. He's trying to get all the, yeah. Okay, so, but he does want to deal with it. I do feel he wants to deal with the games. He does want to deal with the bullying. Yeah, with this here, it does feel like there's a bit of a bully here that's going to be dealt with. So he will deal with it, but it's not, but it's really important here that he just doesn't rush into it. He wants to make his time. No, he wants to take his time because he wants to make sure that he deals with it properly. I feel like he wants to deal with it in a good way. He wants to make sure that everything is calm, relaxed, and focused. So he wants to make sure he takes his time so it doesn't cause bigger drama, you know? He wants to be able to make sure he deals with it properly. That's what I feel here. He feels like he wants to deal with the bullying properly. He wants to deal with it and shut it down, but in a good way. So I do feel like your boss is he's not rushing into it because he doesn't want to say the wrong thing. He doesn't want to escalate it. He wants to de-escalate. Okay, so I thought you said Swagatum. Close. I had that thought, but they pulled me away from the basket that had Swagatum Tarot in it, Night Daughter Oracle. Okay, so lights, camera. Oh, you got that answer from yeah, becomes more tarot and oracle reading. You get an oracle card as well in the reading. So if you donate, you also get an oracle card as well. So if you check out the links. Okay, so where was I up to with the list? So here we've got okay, so Kapate, Intuitive Chosen, and Jano. Okay, so I've got Cup of Tea, Intuitive Chosen, and Jano. If you three can type in your questions. I'm relaxed. We're chilled. We're not in any particular hurry. I may disappear at some stage to go and pick up the box from the gate of my dinners because they haven't arrived. I don't know. Sometimes they arrive later on in the afternoon, sometimes earlier. So no idea. So who have we've got? We've got Cup of Tea, if you're still here, Intuitive Chosen, and Jano. If you're still here, can you type in your questions, please? Sorry, guys, I'm just taking a breath for a second. Whew. So, yeah, some people have flipped out. Oh, and I don't know if Lady Kapira, I know did I type in? If Lady Kapira's typed in her question either. I know she popped in earlier. So let's do Jano because I know people pop in and out. Divine counterpart connection. Okay. So what do you need to know about the connection with your divine counterpart? So what do you need to know in regards to your divine counterpart connection, your connection with your divine counterpart, right? Let's do Deck of Heroes. Oh, she didn't. She just popped in. Okay, cool. No worries. No worries. Awesome. I know she pops in. Cool. Oh, okay. What do you need to know? And the card that popped out and it landed right here on my wrist. That's where the card landed. So that's the one we'll use. Okay, so the card we have here. Okay, with the Devil, restrictions. Feels like there's some real restrictions going on. There's some real addictions to it. Oh no, she's got a question. Cup of tea, can you type your question in, please? Okay. Yeah, no, I said about Lady Computer. Okay, so definitely feels like there's some restrictions going on, even though there is that sense of, here we've got that hope, that's 10 of Cups. So you've got the Devil card here, which talks about addictions, repeated patterns, bad habits. So it feels like your the connection could be a bit of an addiction, and that hope, that wanting in regards to happy families and things going on. So you might need to sort of break free from stuff that's going on here. It's interesting to get the Devil card with the 10 of Cups, that sense of hope, wanting that connection, wanting a sense of wholeness. But you need to do that. The only way to achieve that is by breaking free from your divine counterpart connection. Okay, it feels like what you feel is a connection here, this counterpart, may not always be good for us. It could be a lesson learning. Okay, so super important here to have a moment to think about what's going on here with this karmic thing. Just because something is, even though you might have had hope and romance and all that stuff going on, it may not actually be good for you. So it may be a need to, there may be a reason why, a lesson to learn in this, for it to come together, to break free from the addiction in a way, the repeated patterns. There might be a lesson needing to learn in that for you to become whole within yourself. So there's some things to think about there. Okay, so cup of tea. And then I'll do Lady Kapira after cup of tea. What's coming in for your love life? So what do you need to know in regards to your love life? Let's do, this is interesting. I'm actually getting a Thoth reading here. Whoa, okay, so what's coming in your love life? So let's have a look. Okay, so what do we got? Love life. Okay, we've got Queen of Discs. Queen of Discs is about the sense of nurturing your well-being. Okay, so don't worry too much about your love life. This is really about nurturing your well-being in a way. I feel like in regards to your love life, you've got to make sure that you take care of you. Be firm with yourself, be organized, be sort of that, make sure your well-being is super important here. Cup of tea. It's really about nurturing your well-being. A sense of awakening within yourself with the Aeon here. It's like judgment in a way. It's about awakening within oneself, a sense of resurrecting yourself, the love of your, when we're talking about love life, can also be about loving yourself in a way. They're not talking about relationships. It's all about nurturing you in a way. So they're really saying, you know, take care of you. It's about your own awakening, your own spiritual, orgasmic awakening. It's about, interesting, Kundalini. It's about that connection you've got within yourself, is what I'm getting here. Very much about your focus has to be you. Cup of tea. Okay. It's all about taking care of you. It's all about resurrecting who you truly are, your authentic self. Nurturing your well-being. Okay, cup of tea. Right, Lady Kapira. Ooh. Oh, okay. Now this one has to be. Here it is. Silver Witchcraft. Oh. Okay. That's what happens sometimes. Cards come out right. Lady Kapira. Interesting. I'm getting the full card to start with, Lady Kapira. So it's all about new beginnings. It's all about having some fun. So the intense purification is like stepping out of the void and into the light on your new magical path. It's about starting. Interesting. 10 of chalices. To have that sense of wholeness within oneself, to have a sense of completeness within your emotions. Okay, having a sense of completeness within your emotions. And it's interesting because we're getting very dark energies. So it's like stepping into the darkness and allowing yourself that sense of clear, you know, that clearing away. And with the Emperor taking control. So it's really about making the decision, making the choices that you need to do to be in control, looking at the things that you can control in your life as well, being that leader, that authoritative figure. So it's very much about the darkness, okay, and allowing yourself to step into the darkness. And then you see yourself moving into the light. Okay, so you look at these cards and how they progress in a way. You've got this very high and it lowers. The moon lowers and the dark and the light shines. So you're moving through the darkness into the light, and that's how you're going to. So taking your time, your moment to just smell the roses, take a moment to breathe, allow yourself that sense of completeness within yourself, allowing yourself to have that sense of hope, emotional completeness as you move into the sense of being in control. A very Aries sort of energy going on here with the Emperor. So embrace the journey. See where the roots, I just got that sense of being in where the roots are. I got the feeling of like following the roots of what's going on. If you can acknowledge those roots, then they can be released and let go. To move forward, to cleanse away. Right, so how are we doing with the list? So who am I missing? Whew. Okay, so we've got Jaden still hasn't typed in a question. Amy not typed in a question. Intuitive Chosen not typed in. Zainab, have they updated their question? Okay. So Amira. Zainab, you need to think about your question. It does not empower you. You're welcome, Lady Kapira. You're welcome. Amira needs to change your question too. Because no, you're not going to be rich and famous, Amira. The answer is no. You're not going to be rich and famous. Please read the disclaimer down below. Think about your questions not in a yes and no state, but in a way that empowers you. You want to think about a question that empowers you. Lights, camera, teaching, and Felicia. Felicia, yes, type your question in. Much better question. What is my spiritual awakenings like when I have them, and what will happen after? Interesting. Let's use the Swagatum Tarot for that. How about questions like, what do I need to learn from my relationships of the past? What do I need to learn? I'm not going to keep repeating questions. Amira's, what is my spiritual awakenings like when I have them, and what will happen after? Okay, so what is your spiritual awakening like? Let's have a look. So what are your spiritual awakenings like? Oh, okay. Okay. And what will happen after? Okay, what is your spiritual awakening like? And you get the 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles can be about being led out of something, like you're being led out of the past. You're being led out of, I just feel like you're being led out of the past in a way. You're being led out of just that's what it feels like. For you, it's going to feel like you've been, when you awaken spiritually, it's going to feel like you've been led out of something. You've been led out of it, led out of something. And so what will happen afterwards? Interesting. The words I got here were good fortune. It feels like your fate or your destiny. It feels like you'll be led to where you need to be. You'll be in the right space. With your spiritual awakenings, it's going to feel like you are moving out of new possibilities here. So it is going to feel like you are awakening. You are being led out of something. It's going to allow you to feel like you're moving towards something more positive. You're moving to where you're meant to be. With your spiritual awakenings, it's going to lead you to where you need to be. It's all about that divine timing, that things are happening in the right space. Things will be you'll be much more aware of you moving forward. So that's going to be really important for you here. So your spiritual awakenings. Well, doesn't necessarily mean money. When I'm talking about good fortune, good things working out really well, it doesn't necessarily mean, I think with your spiritual awakenings, I think if you feel like you've had that spiritual awakening, it feels like you've been led out of the past and you'll feel much more awake. The money's not going to be the big thing. Money is not the end all, about being rich and famous is not spiritual. Being rich and famous is not spiritual. Okay? If you wake up, but you've got to wake up yourself. You're not being spiritual when you're focused on the money. Okay? It's about being in service to someone else. If you want to talk about spiritual awakenings, it's not about the money, Amira. Being spiritual is not about the money. So if you're going to wake up, you're going to learn about not being, the focus is not going to be about money. Okay, Amira? If you're talking about being spiritual and you're awakening, it's not going to be about the money. And you're going to know that. Then you're going to get a bit of a kick in the pants, to be honest, with your fate and destiny. You're not going to be rich and famous. Put it that way. Okay. What have we got here? So who have I missed? Whew. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do, so where am I up to? Let's just do this one and get this out of the way. Right, what's coming in your love life? Okay, let's do the rider. Okay, what's coming up in your love life, Dana? Oh, okay. It's here and here. I just need a bit of light coming in. Oh! Weather's gone and changed on us quite dramatically. Okay. Okay, your love life is full of addictions, full of repeated patterns, bad habits. What do you need to break away from in regards to your love life here? It's time to awaken spiritually. It's time to look at what you believe in regards to love life. It's time to question your thoughts in regards to love life. It feels like you're repeating patterns. You are repeating what's going on. It does feel like you're addicted. You are in bad habits. Felicia's next. Okay, thanks, Night Daughter Oracle. Appreciate that. Okay, I'll do Felicia next. Right. So, Zainab, it's all about making, it feels like you're in a repeated pattern. You're in an addiction. It's time to really look at what you need to let go of. What do you need to break free from? Okay, it's time to break free. It's time to dive deep into your traditional thoughts in regards to, or your beliefs in regards to your love life. It's time to do some self-work in regards to your love life. It's time to dive deep into your work and break free from what was in your love life. You've got some work to do for yourself, on yourself. It's time to dive deep. Okay, so I've got, sorry, Felicia's next. Felicia. Okay. And after Felicia, the list is closed. No more read it. No, I'm just wrapping up those that were on the list. Now, if anyone's interested in a reading, they do have 10 more minutes to make a donation. I've got 10 more minutes to make a donation because I'm just wrapping up the free list. Which job? Okay, so tell me about the job in PH or the job in P. Okay. Night Daughter Oracle, they've got 10 minutes to make a donation if anyone wants a tarot and oracle reading. Please let me know if you donate. And then I'm going to be wrapping up the free readings anyway. So which job will lead me to success? Let's do the Lord of the Rings. Okay, let's have a look at the job in P. So what do you need to know about the job in PH? Where's the PHs? The job in PH. So let's have a look in the job in PH. Thanks, Night Daughter Oracle. I'll do that next. Okay, so which job will lead? So tell us about the job in PH. And we get the moon. Okay, the moon could be talking about your emotions in regards to this. It's a new cycle. It could be some things, sorry, some things that need to be delved into. And in regard to the job with P, tells us that it's going to be a job full of thoughts and ideas. Okay, with the job PH, you're moving into the unknown. Okay, so there might be some things that might need to be dealt with emotionally. With the job in P, it's a job that's going to make you do a lot of thinking. It's going to be a job of thoughts, a lot of mental stuff, Felicia. It's going to be very, very mental. Okay, there's a lot of thoughts and ideas, a lot of analyzing. The job in PH tells us that it's going to be an emotional thing that you might need to deal with. What are you afraid of? It's moving into the unknown. And a new cycle, yes. A new phase, a new stage of your life. So, yeah, that gives you the options. What you need to think about there. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry, lights, camera, action. I didn't know you donated. It didn't show up. How did you donate? Didn't show up as a donation. Sorry. Didn't realize you donated. If you went straight through into PayPal without going through Ko-Fi, Ko-Fi would normally show up and say that you donated. So you obviously went straight through Ko-Fi. So you have to let me know if you donated. So very, very sorry, Very, very sorry indeed. If you went through PayPal without going through Ko-Fi, just takes a second to go through. I have to go through into my PayPal and check. Okay, so brilliant. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't realize your chat. Sorry, we didn't even see that. Sorry. It's very hard. Sometimes the chat comes up so quickly that you donated. Brilliant. Okay, so what's coming in your love life? Let's do this. Brilliant. So let's have a look here. Let's do the sense of, oh, okay, it didn't work for you. That's why I used PayPal. Cool, no worries. I'm really sorry about that. I'm so sorry. So let's do, if we're going to do this, let's do, actually, I'm actually getting, let's use, and, just got to grab this as well. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Where are you? I am missing a deck. Maybe I popped it over here in front of my eyes. God, wake up. Right. What's coming in your love life? Let's have a look here. Let's dive into this. We've got some extra cards here. And intuitive got a general. Right. So I'm doing a donation now. Sorry. Cool. Okay. So what's coming in your love life? Let's have a look. Let's dive deep into this here. With what you did. Okay. Then, so this is the Gilded Tarot Royale, okay, by Cherry Marchetti. And so I'm going to use the Oracle of Visions with it. And let's just choose a card from here to have a look at. So what is, there we go. Pulled out, so we'll do that one. Use the book with that. And then I'm also, as it's regards to love, so I'm going to pull out from the heart. Hi, Egyptian Famous. How are you? Hi, Alphonse. Welcome. Sorry, guys, that I'm on my last. I'm wrapping up. I've been on for nearly 2 hours now, so I'm just doing the donations, and then I'm going to do the rest of the free readings that were in here earlier that have been waiting for an hour. They have been waiting for an hour, over an hour for their readings. So I'm not doing any more no-show Famous. Teasing you, Egyptian Famous. That's Night Daughter Oracle teasing you. Because you flip in and out when she talks about it. Because you missed the last few streams. Okay, so what's coming in your love life? Let's have a look. So we're going to do from the heart. Let's have a look here. Oh, that's interesting. So 1, 2, 3. Right. Okay. So what's coming in your love life? Let's have a look. So we've got victory and success. Even though there might be some challenges, you've got victory and successes. It's all about knowing your potential, the potential of the relationship. It's knowing the potential, not just the potential of yourself, but the potential of the relationship by looking at the facts. Okay, but it does talk about there will be success and victory after some battles. Okay, if you know the potential of the relationship, you'll have success. Okay, if you know the potential of it. So know what the new beginning of the relationship is. It's allowing you to have the sense, interesting, passion adventure energy. So it's important that the relationship is passionate, creative, energetic, dynamic, very much in control, in a sense of power. The relationship is full of power. There could be a bit of a power energy, a bit of a going on here. Power energy here. Tells us that in regards to your love life, it's important that you make wise choices. Just because something is shiny, oops, I didn't realize that light's going to do that to that. Let me just pull that. Okay, so in regards, it's important that just because something is shiny, it doesn't mean it's the best path here. So it's important that it's about new beginnings. So when you make the wise choices, you'll bring in new beginnings. So there's some real things for you to dive deep in regards to your love life. So it does feel like there's someone coming in that could be a bit of a power thing, passion, creative, in control, a leader sort of energy. Okay, you've got two people coming in here, very dynamic, very bold. You've got that emperor that may feel like they're entitled, and then you've got that sort of player, sort of adventurous type of energy coming in as well. Very much a power energy coming in regards to love. So it's important that you take a moment to breathe, know the potential of the relationship, and know that the whatever relationship is, will be successful in that moment. Take care, Lady Kapira. Take care. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your support. Okay, so the card we have here from the Oracle Visions is card number 39. So let's have a look at that. I've got a sense of peace with it, which is interesting. Yeah, offering comfort, healing, and caring. So you've got to make sure that you have that sense of healing the past. I get a lot of healing from the past, allowing yourself to give yourself comfort as well, which is super important in regards to your love life. Making sure that you, it's also about caring for others, giving, opening your heart to others as well is really important, to find that sense of inner peace within yourself. That seems really, really important here. So it says, in the arms of the angel, fly away from here. You're being pulled from the wreckage of your silent revere. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here. So it's really about nurturing from the past in regards to your love life. And that's going to allow you to move forward in the direction you want. So being able to make wise choices, so you have that sense of new beginnings, free-spirited energy here. Oh no, it was a joke. I took it as a joke. I took you. Egyptian famous will be fine. She flips in and out. Egyptian famous flips in and out. Okay, with the heart here. Okay, the love relationship. Here I get the sense about looking at things under a magnifying glass is really important here. Looking at things more in detail in regards to the relationship. You need to be a little bit clever, a little bit cunning, a little bit sly. I do feel like or be a little bit cautious. I do feel a sense of being cautious in this. So I do feel in regards to your love life, you do need to dive deep. So that's really important for you. You need to dive deep into the relationship, deep into the love, into the past, and allow yourself the sense of being cautious as you move forward in the relationship. So I hope that helps, Lights Camera Teaching. I feel like you've got a lot coming in, a lot of things to think about deeply, deciding on what direction you want to go to have that new beginning in regards to your love life. So yeah, there's a lot going on there. So I hope that helps as you look at the potential of the success of the relationships really dive deep, do some soul searching there in regards to the relationship. I do feel like you've got some power energy coming in. Right. You're welcome. Let's dive into the rest of the free readings. Right. On the Arms of the Angel was your song. Oh, wow. Cool. Right. Right. So where am I up to? Intuitive general. Right. So how are we going with the list? And Ritu. Okay. So I hope we haven't missed anybody else that was on the list. So we're on the last few. Who's still here? Jaden, Amy, Hunter, and Ritu. And I better get going. I've been on for 2 hours, so a general reading. Let's just do Cats Rule the Earth. So, Night Daughter Oracle. Was there anyone else? Mods, was there anyone else? Oh, didn't mean to have that Supernatural Tarot in there. Okay, intuitive. Intuitive chosen one. What we've got here is the Empress. The Empress reminds us the sense of taking care of others as well as ourselves. So it's really important that we take care of ourselves as well. We have that sense of creating abundance, prosperity in our life. It's interesting because I also get 10 of Pentacles. So when you tie both of these cards together, you're talking about your abundance, your prosperity. Now, it's not necessarily about money. It can be about our emotions. It can be a sense of happiness and joy within our life, having that sense of creating abundance in many ways in our life. So we choose how we choose to be, we can choose how to be happy. We can choose how we react in situations, and should have chosen one. That seems really important here, to be able to choose that sense of abundance and prosperity in our life, and not necessarily money, not necessarily financial, but in other areas of our life that we want that joy, that peace, that happiness, having that abundance, that creative energy. Maybe we want abundance of energy in our life. So we've got to nurture and take care of ourselves so we have that sense of energy as well. So making sure we're eating right, drinking, nurturing, sleeping well. All those sort of things are really important at this time here. So that seems to be the end of the chat. I just don't feel like anyone else that was in during that time. If anyone's donated, quickly please let me know, because I am finishing up now. That's the end of the readings. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the end of the chat. That's the end of the stream. I don't feel like there's anything. Jaden, Amy, Ritu, I think they've flipped out. yeah, I feel like it's just a sense of clearing away. Whew, that's it. So let me just throw in this. The weather's changing on us. So I'm just going to light an incense stick to sort of clear away that energy. So thanks to the mods. Thanks to everyone being here. Absolutely awesome. Awesome, awesome. Now, don't forget, you can check out the details below if you want to book a reading. Don't forget, you can do membership, which is from as little as $1 a month and get exclusive content. Don't forget, those that are members, don't forget to check with me to thing. So this is it. I have finished for the day. I've been on for over 2 hours. It is the end of me. At the moment, I've got a lot to do now. It's time to sort of get my bottom into gear, if you like, my butt into gear. Yes, Intuitive Chosen One, I read yours. Oh, by the way, my name's Paula, for those that don't know. Oh, someone snuck in the donation. Okay, from Ko-Fi. Let's have a look here. What's this? It's no more free readings, but I don't mind doing a donation. That's cool. I just got to just give me a second. Someone snuck in. Someone maybe someone knew where they had to wait 5 minutes before they baby girl. Okay, baby girl. I don't mind doing that reading because you might have had to wait 5 minutes. Hi, I know you have to wait 5 minutes before you have to, if you're new. Yeah, Intuitive Chosen One, I've done your reading. I did your general reading. So, baby girl, I just need your question, please. Yes, Intuitive Chosen One, I did your reading. Your general. Pussycat snuck in from being out by the river, I think. Okay. Oh, so what's going on with your relation? Okay, Aslan, think and feel towards me. Okay, is this someone that you're interested in? Let's do this. Okay. Native American Tarot with. And then I'm going to find the book. Oh. That's the relationship. Right, okay, so what's going on here? What's going on with this relationship? Okay. No communication. Okay, so you want to know what's going on with the connection, what's happening, what can you learn? Okay. Oh, that flipped out when I said what can you learn. Right. So what's going on with this relationship? What's actually happening here? Let's get a real. Now, this might not be what you expect, but let's have a look. What do we got here first? What's going on? Interesting. You got the Tower card. It's doom and gloom. It's not quite the way you want it to do. There's a lot of barriers and things that need to be broken down. Okay. What do you need to know? It's not what you expect in the relationship. You're not going to get, there's no communication. There's nothing going on. Okay. It's time for you to look at to get some understanding about the situation. It feels like things are doom and gloom. Things are not going quite the way you expect them to. Here you've got the sun dance. You're in limbo. You're in suspension. You're waiting around. You're waiting for something. Okay, you're waiting for something to happen. It's not going to happen. You're waiting. Okay, you're waiting. Interesting. With the matriarch of shields and the maiden of vessels, tells me you need to nurture your well-being. It's time to you to get in alignment. It feels like you're carrying a lot of heavy weight upon you. It feels like there's a lot of wounds, a lot of healing. So it feels as though things are not going to No, he's not thinking. He's not thinking about you in general. No, he's not. He's not thinking about you. Feels like you've got a lot of weight. It's time for you to start taking care of yourself. Okay? Interesting. It's time to... the reason why I say no, he's not thinking of you, because of the two vessels reversed. Okay? With the Sun card. It's time to find your own happiness, your own joy, because he's not... You don't have a connection. Not a two-way, not a balanced connection. Put it that way. It's time for you to find your own happiness. Time for you to find your own joy, your own peace. It just feels like that. No, there's no connection there. He's not thinking about you in general. It's not a two-way street. It's not a given. It's not you're not going to receive as much as you're giving out. Very important for you to balance out your emotions. You're giving too much of yourself away at this time when you look at two vessels reversed here. So you've got the sense of things are not quite the way you expect them to. He's not thinking about you. There is not that connection. There is not that honest connection between you. Okay? It's time to find your own happiness. Time for you to start living your life. You're too much in limbo. Time for you to start looking at other options for yourself. Time to look at what you've been sacrificing in regards to timing. Okay, there's a lot of stuff you need to nurture. Get yourself back into alignment. You're carrying a lot of that heavy emotional stuff on you. It's time for you to start nurturing your well-being. Time for you to start taking care of you. Time to choose how you respond to the situation now. It's time for you to really move forward. Let's have a look at 27, which is cradle board. Let's have a look at this. So I'm just going to read this message here. Okay, so let's have a look at the message, the thing here. Cradle board of creation. This is about protecting yourself from harm. Okay, it's time for you to start protecting yourself from harm. Child of all tomorrows, sleep safely in my arms until the time you will wake. Then you will be able to respond in kind to humanity. So cradle board says that the papoose you are carrying is your future. If you wish to influence it, you must respond now. Whatever your situation, the ability to respond is called for at this time. The warrior side of your nature has the courage you need. Don't sit and wait for someone else to do something. It's time for your creativity. It's time to speak your truth and respond. You're being reminded that it's your responsibility to find your own answers and to act upon them. Whether it's the past, present, or future challenge makes no difference. You can respond in a way that will promote your growth. Look at how you use that personal medicine to respond to this situation and how that action will make you grow. You have the ability, so you must recognize it in the self and use it. So don't sit around and wait for someone else. It's time to move on. Time to make your own path. It's time to move forward on your journey. Okay? So no, unfortunately, he's not interested. He's not going to move towards you. There isn't that connection that you expect. It's time to live your life for you. Okay, baby girl? Time to live your life for you. So important to take care of yourself, nurture yourself, think about yourself. Don't worry about anybody else in your life. Time to go and live life to the fullest. Go and have some fun. Okay? That's how you can respond to the situation, by choosing to live life. Be happy. Okay, baby girl? So there you are. So I don't know if there's any others. Okay, take care. I think that's it. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Right, that's it from me. Okay, that's it. That's the end of my day.